right, so let's get into the Agatha All Along episode 1 and 2 kind of quick review. We're gonna go through this quickly because there's a lot to get to with Thunderbolts Asterisk.
Yes.
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and share your thoughts on episode 1 and 2, I'm going to save mine for after so you can see what I thought.
Right, so I'll start off for episode 1. I was really surprised how well episode 1 straight into episode 2 as well, and that lot. I was really surprised how well I got into this, to be honest. I really liked the sort of detective CSI sort of crime, sort of true crime sort of detective thing it was, and just the little drops they had of, you know, this is something's wrong, you're better than this, that lot. And she's not dead. There's no way Wanda Maximoff is dead, not a chance, that lot. Like, I had saying that she's been crushed, and like when they flip the body over as well, now like you can't quite see the face, you just see the hair, and there's like, yeah, she's not dead. She's off to a different dimension, or just something like that. She's like in the negative zone or something stupid. She's not on this plane in this universe sort of thing. And then as like the episode goes on and she's slowly clawing, like that effect as well when she's clawing herself back and she's going through all the different genres again. I really did like that. That was a nice little touch, that was. And then obviously she explodes and she's broke free of the spell in that first one, and then obviously into the second one she's like building her little Avengers coven, as I dubbed it in my review and that lot. And I just, each one of them as well, I like how they're not, what's the word, they're not full. They need to have more to fulfill within themselves and everything. And like having like the potions girl, having the protector, having the clairvoyant. I like how there's different aspects of them that will help the other one, sort of thing. And like I said in my review as well, the Green Heart, doddering old dear sort of thing, she's gonna be the first one to go on that witch's road. She's the first one to get killed off. I'm adamant. There's no way, because she's obviously not a witch unless she's very subdued and she doesn't realize she's a witch. There's like she's definitely gonna be the first one to like lose it or get taken out, and somebody's gonna replace, like I can't remember what her name was, the agent girl that come in and tried to kill her the first time and told her about the Salem Sevens coming after her, sort of thing. Her, I think she was obviously the last name on the list, and she was supposed to go with them, sort of thing. That's what I thought anyway. That's how I sort of portrayed it, sort of thing. And the lad as well, I am adamant that's Scarlet's son all day long. That lot, that has got to be, like, what's your name? That effect going across the mouth, that looks so cool. That did in that lot. And then obviously when they was explaining themselves about where his history come from, his past and everything, I like how she could hear everything but not him, so she's still under some sort of like spell and like something that she can't know properly about him. So I think there's like, she's still got that link to the Scarlet Witch through this lad and the son, that lot. So, but all in all, the first 2 episodes, I'm in. I really am in, and the song as well. When this sang the Witch's Road song, and I've been listening to that all bleeding week. I've been biking away to work and that lot, and but yeah, I'm in. It's a lot better than what I was expecting, and I've enjoyed it a lot more, because when you watch WandaVision, then first 2 episodes, maybe the 3rd episodes, are quite slow, and it took me a while to get into WandaVision, and then by the end of it, I thought it was brilliant, that lot, and it cemented her as a powerhouse and that sort of thing. So with this starting a lot quicker, and getting me more enthralled in the episodes a lot more, I'm more in. I'm more like cemented with, yeah, okay, I'll definitely pay attention to this more often and watch this like as soon as it comes out, sort of thing. But yeah, that's my thoughts on 1 and 2. Now I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought.
All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but I've got some
Oh no.
I've got some mixed thoughts on it. So, like she's good. Like you can't deny Catherine Hahn is good
Hmm.
as the character, um, and setting up like this. It's like they're setting up a certain side to the supernatural side of the MCU that maybe could be explored later on, with like Blade or
I'm so
Midnight Suns or
hoping.
something.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
Because there are a lot of, by the looks of the trailer and then what it seems like they're setting up, that there could be some very like supernatural horror inspired like creatures and monsters that come out of this, that could tie into later things. But my main thing with this is like all the other characters, like the Coven. I don't care for any of them. They're like I've like it could be too early to tell, but like we have no idea who they are. We know very little about them. It's just like why should I care about them going on this journey with her? Like what they don't. Again, it could be too early, but it seems like they won't really serve a real purpose in helping her. They're just kind of there to, protect her in getting to the end, but she's really the only one that we really care about getting to the end. Like all the others are just there because Agatha wanted them there.
What do you think about the clairvoyant and the lad there? Don't you? Because they're the two other ones that I really. I'm saying I'm not too fussed about the protector or the potions girl. I weren't really fussed about them, but the clairvoyant and the lad are there's more to them as well, sort of thing. The clairvoyant, when she's screaming like randomly, surely they've got to be
Like the
further
the, the
down the
psychic
road.
one.
Yeah, yeah, the one that like can sort of see into the future and like
Um,
read and stuff like that.
I mean, she's a renowned actress on Broadway, so I'm sure
Oh,
she'll
okay.
be good in this. It's just again, I don't know who they are. It's hard for me to like them. I don't have any like again. This could change later on because obviously building up characters across a series, they could make people like them more by the end. But as of now, I'm like I don't care for any of these people. I just see we got Rez in the chat. Thanks for joining. You didn't like the first episode, but the second was better. Okay, that's good to hear. Um,
What do you think
but
about the lad there? You're not even bothered about the lad.
So he is the worst kept secret of the show. I think it's blatantly obvious that he's Billy,
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch's son. Like, if he's not, then it's like they've set us up for that. Like that was a good setup, but I think it's obvious it's him.
Yeah.
There's multiple things in the trailer that well, kind of point out that it's him. He wants to get to the end, and I'm thinking he's gonna make that wish to get Wanda back, and then she's gonna see him and be like, "Who are you?" And he's gonna be like, "Mom, like it's me. Like we brought you back." That kind of thing. But Agatha knows something very important about this kid because when he tells her his name, it could be she like we don't know what he said because it did the mouth thing, but she says interesting after he says what he says. So either she knows who it is and she's like, "Oh, I can use this to my advantage and kind of, take my enemy's son and make him
Oh,
my own
okay.
weapon," kind of thing.
Oh, I never
Um,
thought of it like that. Okay. Me, generally, I just thought she couldn't understand
It
him or
could be
anything like
that
that. That's
too.
why I
It
think.
could be that too.
Okay.
Like I interpreted it in the way that she knew who he was, but we weren't allowed to
Right.
know who he is yet.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, just it's gonna take time, I think, for me to get into it. Like at this point, I'll watch episode 3, see where it goes.
Oh, really?
But like I think I gave it like a 5 or 6 out of 10 when I watched both. Um, the beginning of episode 1 was good in that whole like True Detective vibe. I just wish that it would have like each episode maybe could tackle a different kind of genre, but obviously they were tapping out of that because WandaVision did it.
Yeah.
And by the end of episode 1, she's like out of the episodic kind of thing, and she's back in our universe doing normal things.
I'm quite glad they didn't carry that on. It was good for another episode. Keep it at that first episode, and then break free into like our universe and stuff like that. I'm glad they didn't carry that on, sort of thing. I was happy it was just that first episode.
Rez doesn't think I'm going to finish the series.
We've also got Kanye West, Canyon Webster, just waving hello. Thanks for joining. Do you think you'll finish the series there? From like Rez says.
I mean, I'm gonna have to see what next week is like. I just feel like if episode, because is it 9 or 10 episodes?
I think it's 9. I think, isn't it?
I'm gonna look it up because
the next one comes out tomorrow, doesn't it? So I'm on the late shift tomorrow, so I'll be up at like 8 o'clock in the morning straight on that. I will.
Oh, I guess tomorrow for you, but it's it's here tonight for me. So, let's see, 9 episodes. So, if at the end of episode 2 they're in the Witch's Road, then are they just in it for the entire series, and it's just them, going through all these different challenges to get to the end, or are they out of it at a certain point towards the end, and then they're just back in our normal world at the end?
Like dealing with the Salem 70 thing, sort of thing.
Yes, if it's gonna be like them going on a bunch of side quests, to like along their way to the end of the road, it's just gonna be like kind of tedious to get through. Like, just get to the end. You don't need to stop and help this person and do this thing and go on this thing. Because based on the trailer, there's a lot of different like locations they're at, and a lot more people are brought into it. Like Rio Vidal, the one that comes to try to kill her, she comes back into it at some point with all of them, based on the trailers. And I'm like, she's good too, but I have no idea what to think of. If I'm going to finish it, I'm gonna give it another one, see what I think. But if it doesn't, like, I don't want to say this in a way that it's like I'm only watching it to see how it connects to other things, but if it doesn't lead to something that I at least care about, then I'm just gonna let it go.
But when I was like watching the trailers and stuff like that, with obviously the Witch's Road and stuff, it reminded me a lot like the Wizard of Oz, and they're gonna like try and fix into each individual person, sort of thing, to get to the end. That's what, like, if it's the Coven if it's the Coven that is getting all of these things along the way, and Agatha's just waiting for the end of the road, then it's like not her show anymore. It's about the Coven trying to get all their things, and then she's just waiting until the very end to get her powers back. But again, I don't care for any of the side characters. But that could change. But as of now, it's just like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Why should I care about them going on this journey? Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Agatha all along, episode 1 and 2. Third one's coming out tonight for me, and I guess tomorrow for you. So
tomorrow morning for me.
Are you doing a weekly review for that too?
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Every Friday from now on, every Friday is going to be Agatha all along until the end. So yeah, check out my reviews coming out, because unless something completely falls off the rails and goes like down the Eternals route, I'm going to enjoy it, I think. So, like I say, with this show as well, I've even got the old girl and the old man like watching it, and they are like fully in as well, sort of thing, because it took them a while for them as well, for WandaVision. So with this, they were pretty much like, well, no, I quite like this, and it's quite, it's piqued their interest, sort of thing. So we've got a house full of Halloween people over here now, so we're good.
Nice. Well, at least they've got 3 people on Disney Plus watching this show.
All the time.